Zinedine Zidane has officially begun his reign as Manchester United manager, and his very first training session at Carrington has already sent shockwaves through the club and its supporters. For years, fans have longed for a figure who could restore authority, discipline, and belief within Old Trafford's walls. On his first day, Zidane showed exactly why so many believe he could be that man. The anticipation around Carrington was unlike anything seen in recent years. Players were on edge, supporters were glued to every leaked image and video, and the sense of expectation was palpable. When Zidane finally stepped onto the training pitch, the atmosphere shifted instantly. Calm yet commanding, he carried himself with the authority of a man who has conquered the game both as a player and a manager. His aura alone seemed to raise standards before a ball had even been kicked. The session itself was a masterclass in intensity and detail. Zidane refused to be a distant figure. Instead, he was vocal, hands-on, and completely engaged with his new squad. He stopped drills to correct positioning, barked instructions when the tempo dipped, and applauded moments of brilliance. It was clear that his expectations were high from the very start. Veterans like Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, already experienced leaders within the group, thrived under the challenge. Fernandes was seen orchestrating play with renewed sharpness, while Casemiro embodied the discipline Zidane demanded in midfield. Defenders like Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt pushed harder, encouraged by Zidane's calls for compactness and anticipation. Meanwhile, younger talents such as Kobbie Mainoo, Amad Diallo, and Chido Obi showed no fear, embracing the opportunity to impress one of football's greatest ever midfielders. What stood out most was Zidane's philosophy already seeping into the squad. Quick transitions, fluid attacking moves, and defensive discipline were the themes of the session. He encouraged creativity but balanced it with responsibility, reminding his players that brilliance comes from both freedom and structure. His coaching bore the hallmarks of his Real Madrid sides: precise, fast, and ruthless in the final third. For fans, the buzz has reached fever pitch. Social media platforms erupted with clips of the session, with supporters already hailing Zidane as the spark that could reignite the Red Devils' glory days. "This feels different," wrote one fan on Twitter. Another simply declared, "The Zidane era has begun." There is, of course, a long journey ahead. One training session cannot define a season, let alone a manager's legacy. But the signs are impossible to ignore. The squad looked sharper, hungrier, and more focused than in previous weeks. Zidane's presence alone demands excellence, and his players appear willing to match those demands. What Zidane offers Manchester United is more than tactics. He brings stature, experience, and a winning mentality that has been abs.